This is Keko, and this is the part 2 video of our HTML and CSS series. And today we're going to learn about HTML or HTML code or the basics of HTML. HTML code tells the browser, like the browser is Chrome, Safari, Firefox, Opera, and how to display the web page. The browser is the collection of websites. Like it holds all the websites and is going to have a path which can direct us to the website. And the HTML code tells the browser how to build the written codes into a web page. We're going to start writing HTML code soon. Many HTML elements require both opening and closing tag, like the button element. This is the opening tag of the button element, and this is the closing tag of the button element. And the main difference, like the main difference in them is that the opening tag of the button element doesn't have a slash like. So this tells our browser that the button like stopped there. Uh, like try to solve this question. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. Let me solve it for you. This is the opening tag of the button element as I said before, so let's add that. And uh, we would like to have the a button which is called like, so we're going to write like in between the opening and closing tag. Yeah, closing tags are very similar to the opening tags. The only difference in that they contain a forward slash. Yeah, let's complete this like button. As I said before, the opening tag of button is this, and the closing tag button have a forward slash. So yeah, you can customize the text for the button. The content of the button is placed between the tags. Uh, there are several buttons that we can use when building a website or a web page. So the button's name or uh, the button's identity is written in between the opening and closing tag. Yeah, many elements require both opening and closing tags, also known as container tags. The paragraph text is another example. Complete the code for valid paragraph text. Yeah, this is the opening tag of the paragraph element, and this is the closing tag of the paragraph element, as I showed you in the last video. Complete the code to create valid paragraph text. Opening tag of paragraph, the paragraph that is going to be seen in the web page, in the closing tag of the paragraph. You can combine multiple elements in your code. What's the content of this web page? Uh, Paragraph. This is a product. This product is awesome. Button. Bye. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to solve this. So the answer is we have a paragraph here and we have a button here which says buy. So the answer must be this. Yeah, we got it. The cool playground. Uh, Run the test real HTML code. The code playground allows you to do that. Open the code below and hit run to see what the web browser will display. So Now we're going to write an actual HTML and CSS code. We're going to start with HTML. So we're going to edit that and let's run it. So this is the value of the button, which says by. I can click this, and the programming language which makes me buy the product is JavaScript, which is a little complicated, and we're going to cover that like after some years, I guess. And this product is awesome. This is a paragraph, and this is written used with this paragraph element. So the use of the paragraph in the button element are this. Let's add a button element, button. Let's name the opening tag of button in for a forward slash in button, closing tag of button, sorry, closing tag of button, and in between I'm going to write the value of that button. uh, I'm going to name it subscribe. So we're going to run the code, and the browser is going to read that code and convert it into an actual button which says subscribe. And if you want to see like how the button works, I can show you a little CSS background color red, and I'm going to write the code, and the background color of the button elements is going to be red. I can write like border radius. Don't worry if you don't know any of this, and you're not supposed to, because we're going to cover all that in our like upcoming videos. 30 pixel right, the border radius is going to change, and this is how HTML and CSS works. And we can also add a paragraph here, like this is a paragraph. This is a paragraph. The opening tag of the paragraph and the closing tag of the paragraph forward slash p. So this is how HTML and CSS works, and this is how you create a button in a paragraph. And throughout this course, we're going to cover all the elements, and I'm going to help you master HTML and CSS. Did you notice you could modify the text, have some fun changing the code? Can you add another element? Uh, let's try to add some more elements like the heading. I'm going to try heading. There are several levels of heading, like H1, H2, H3, H4. There are several levels of heading, and the font size of the headings is going to decrease when the number is increasing. Like if you want to write a heading number one, we're going to say this is a thing, and the opening tag of the heading and the closing tag of the heading, and in between I'm going to write the value. Let's run the code, and this is a heading. Let's go to the CSS and H1 color yellow, yellow font family, which help us change the like font family. Like I'm going to make it cursive, and I'm going to run the code, and look, our heading is customized. So this is the structure H1, this is heading, closing tag of H1, and I use the CSS to customize the HTML. So that's how HTML and CSS works, like uh, interactively to make a website. complete the HTML code. We have a paragraph closing tag here, so it is true that there's gonna be a paragraph opening tag here, and we have a button opening tag here, so it's 100% true that we must have a button closing tag here to make our code work. Your web browser, for example, Chrome, Safari, or Edge. I actually use Chrome and uh, can read HTML code and translate it into what you can see when you search the web page. Uh, the browser can like a HTML is like a language that you can communicate with the browser, and you're going to write some code to the browser, and the browser is going to read the code and convert it into the code you're going to use, or the web browser, the web page, I mean. So that's how the web browser works, and it contains all the websites in the web page, and that's how the web browser works. A web browser requires the user to understand HTML code or translate HTML code into web page. The answer must be no. Translate HTML code into web page. So the lesson takeaways for today's lesson is elements like button and paragraph text require container tags, which means opening and closing tags. Container tags consist of both opening and closing tags, and you can use code playground to write and run test real HTML code. Yeah. So this is the lesson for today's video, and I'm going to ask you to subscribe and help us reach our 100 subscribers in these 6 months. You can watch the full HTML course. I'm uploading it in most of the days of the week, and it's going to help you introduce the HTML and CSS concepts. Bye.